Hello everyone, and welcome back to CSI Rockdale. I was asked in one of the previous videos if I could give a little bit more information on U-Hauls and my involvement with the U-Haul. So here we go, we're out at my overflow lot. My overflow lot is roughly 3 blocks east of our office. And here is where we keep most of our trucks and some of our trailers. We'll get to those in a second. U-Haul has a pricing matrix, if I can untie my tongue here, that has the same daily rate 7 days a week, every day of the year. While some U-Haul dealers are only open during the hours that they select to be, some corporate location maintain hours between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So it's all about just Googling your local U-Haul dealer or your local corporate location and check their hours. I can also tell you too that U-Haul dealers have the capability of renting to you a truck wherever you're at. For instance, I have family members in the state of Florida and in Alabama, and I have prepared reservations for them from my home state in Illinois to their local U-Haul dealers. Now you may ask, hey, why would somebody want to do that? Why not just go into your local dealer and do it there instead of calling someone from the state of Illinois to make a reservation for you all the way in the state of Alabama or Florida? Well, the answer to that is a family member helping out another family member, right? Because I get a percentage of each rental. So it was a family member who knew that they had a truck rental need and just wanted me to make a few dollars on them doing that rental. So there you go. Here's our truck rental lot. Here's a 15-footer. They all kind of look the same from the front until you get to some of the bigger ones. U-Hauls have basically two kinds of fleets, and they identify those fleets as a local rotation fleet or a one-way fleet. U-Haul has, in the last 5 or 10 years, focused on making their one-way fleet all new vehicles. So if you're in a one-way truck, one-way is defined as picking up at one location, dropping off at another some distance apart. A rotation fleet is defined as a truck being assigned to that dealer, and when that truck is rented from the dealer, it must be returned to the same dealer. So these are trucks that are assigned to me in my rotation fleet, which means that they can only be rented locally. So when you see, like for instance, this 26-foot truck, it's obviously an older truck from the 90s yet, but it's still in great working condition, well maintained, as are they all. So when you see an older truck, chances are is that truck is a rotation truck assigned to the dealer. It's how the truck gets its last 100,000 miles on it before it is retired. So previously, U-Haul would sell their trucks, and this is what a truck looks like once it has been decided by whomever it is that decides when a truck needs to be retired, gets retired. I can tell you folks that I don't know how those decisions are made, but I can tell you that this truck here that's for sale has less miles on it than some of those trucks right there. So how those decisions are made on when to sell a truck and why, I do not know. Now, I have personally driven this truck. This truck is a fantastic truck with plenty of life left. I would say this truck is worth every bit of the money that they're asking for. For those of you who have purchased trucks from U-Haul, you know how that works. For those of you who haven't, most U-Haul dealers have gone through the process of being able to sell some of their used equipment. I'm one of those dealers. So if you're interested in buying a truck, you can go online to uhaul.com and look at their used equipment for sale. And once you find one that you think is best for your needs, you can then click on it and find the location where it is at, and you can go over to that location, or you can ask that the truck be sent to a location near you. So once you've test driven it and you like it and you've had it checked over by a mechanic, you can then pay the listed price, or you can enter into a negotiation with UHaul. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. The dealer has no say in the negotiation price. So negotiating with the dealer where the truck is located, nah, you're not going to get anywhere. The dealer can help you get in contact with the individual who can help you negotiate that price, but the dealer has no authority to negotiate the price on any used truck. So I'm starting to see a lot more of these around. Contractors are using them, plumbers are using them, electricians are using them. All of the trades know that if you want a good used truck, that UHaul is the place to go and get them. Now, when I first started to describe this for sale truck, I said recently they've made some changes. It is to my understanding, and I could be wrong, but it's to my understanding that the new CEO of UHaul has decided that they will no longer be selling used trucks. And his reasoning behind that is that the people he thought were the ones purchasing used trucks were people that were starting used truck rental companies, and they were usually starting those right across the street from a UHaul dealer and undercutting UHaul's price. Again, I'm going to show you in about 2 or 3 minutes UHaul's pricing structure, and a lot of people may understand it, a lot of people may not. I'm formerly a budget rent-a-car, or a budget rent-a-car and truck rental agent. I was also a Penske truck rental, also rider, and there's a lot that we can get into on the ups and downs and the differences between them all. But for the purpose of this point, I'm just trying to let you know that all other truck rental companies fluctuate that daily rate according to demand. UHaul never fluctuates off of their daily rates, and we'll get into that in just a minute. Before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about these trailers. UHaul is the only truck rental company outside of privately owned truck rental companies that rent trailers. Folks, let me tell you, UHaul is on top of making sure their equipment is well maintained. They have car carriers, they have tow dollies, they have large opened trailers for maybe a golf cart or lawn equipment or construction move needs. They have enclosed trailers, as I'm sure all of you have seen moving down the road, of various different sizes. Here in the Chicagoland area, which I'm part of, even though I'm about 30 miles south, we are fortunate enough to have one of the manufacturing locations for UHaul equipment. What that means is the 26 footers, the brand new 26 footers, the trucks, the trailers, everything is put together and manufactured within 50 miles of my current location. That is a plus for any dealer in this area, because whenever you need a truck, you're only 40 to 50 miles away from them coming off the line brand new. So as a traveler, I have noticed, and here's a little UHaul tip for all of my followers. I've been asked, can you give us a UHaul rental trip? Are there any codes that you can give me that I may be able to put into a system or the online UHaul online website and get a discount? No, I don't have any of those codes I can give you to do anything online or to get additional discounts above and beyond. That is left to the individual agent or dealer who's opening up your contract. So that's a good thing, folks. So if you have a great relationship with a UHaul dealer, wink, wink, that individual is capable of giving you a discount right there. No codes required. As long as he or she is the one opening up your contract, the price can be talked about right there. Now, what those prices are not much, or not a whole lot of a difference. But anyway, I'll just end that comment there with talk to your local dealer or give me a call. So the last thing that I wanted to speak about was pricing structures. So we talked a little bit about their daily rates. Folks, here it is. It's right here on the sign, right? These prices never change. So a 10-foot truck would cost you $19.95 a day. A 15-foot truck, or 17, the 17s are kind of rare. The truck that I showed you, that white truck, is a 17-foot truck. And the 26-foot truck, that's the biggest rental truck made in the industry. You will see other truck rental companies with 22s and 24-footers, but you won't see a 26-foot truck. U-Haul is the only one who has a 26-foot truck. So in addition to those daily rates that, again, never change, you have what's called a mileage rate. And folks, that's where the dealers and U-Haul make their money. Again, when I say dealers, we're making money only on the commission, but our commission is greater. The more mileage you guys put on a truck, the more we make, the more U-Haul makes. So here's an example. You come in and you rent that 10-foot truck right there for $19.95. And there's some passing traffic there, so if I pause for the traffic to go by, that's that. And by the way, folks, you're getting these videos unedited. However, I stumbled and fumbled through a word or a statement or misuse of a word, it's not being edited out. You're getting this video as recorded, unedited. But back to this point, you rent a truck for $19.95, you're gonna pay that $19.95 right there, and you're gonna pay a mileage rate. Now here's where that will fluctuate. Monday through Thursday, you're gonna pay 99 cents a mile. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're gonna pay $1.19 a mile, okay? Those two rates are still the lowest rates in the trucking industry, unless you have a commercial account. If you have a commercial account with U-Haul, then your negotiated mileage rate is just that, a pre-negotiated lower rate. So otherwise, you're gonna get the truck for $19.95, $29.95, or $39.95, plus one of the lowest mileage rates in the industry. And as you can see here, we've got our sign right out there. Clearly says that our office is located 3 blocks west. It gives some simple instructions there. Folks, if you need a truck, right there's how you do it. But to summarize, in addition to that daily rate and mileage rate, they're going to guesstimate how many miles you're going to put on the truck when you leave. Most dealers put in 25. I put in 25. That doesn't mean that you're going to be charged for 25 miles. It just has to have a number in there to get started with. If you go 8 miles, it'll be adjusted down. If you go 30 miles, it'll be adjusted up. But that beginning starting mileage is in there. You'll also be required at most locations to leave a debit or credit card on file as a deposit. So be ready to have a debit or credit card available as well. Now, those need to be in the driver's name that matches the driver's license, and they cannot be a prepaid credit card. Like, I have a number of debit cards or credit cards, but I also have a Walmart card in my pocket, a prepaid Walmart card that I use for online purchases that I don't want people having access to my main bank accounts. Those cards, those prepaid cards, do not work when running a U-Haul truck. And most places, I do not take cash. It does not make sense to take a $100 cash deposit and give somebody a $40,000 truck and ask them to come back. There are some scams out there. I won't get into detail on what those are, but I see it happening a lot with people trying to use cash instead of a debit card. A lot of people say, well, why a debit card? Well, a debit card means that a bank has checked in on you and that they verified that you are who you are. And then they've opened up an account in your name. So it's kind of like that second form of identification. So there you go, folks. If you need a truck rental, U-Haul truck rental, Chamblee Services can help you with that need. It's one of the things that we do. We're a proud U-Haul dealer. If you're going to run a truck the last weekend of the month or the first weekend of the month, don't expect to be able to walk in and get one at the counter or call that day and get one. Those have been reserved weeks in advance. So if you know that your move is at the end of the month, at the beginning of the month, please call weeks in advance and reserve that truck for you. Folks, thank you for allowing me to present this U-Haul video to you as one of the things that Chamblee Services CSI Rockdale does. And if you like this video, please give it a like by hitting that thumbs up button down there on the bottom. And please subscribe so you will be notified of our future videos. And we thank you. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all the emails I'm receiving. And we look forward to continue doing this and allow you to follow us along in our daily adventures here at CSI Rockdale. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.